Good evening, traders. This is the market analysis for tomorrow, the 1st of August 2022. Let's see how markets behaved in the last few days and also the possible upcoming moves that we can expect in the markets from a short term and an intraday perspective, with special emphasis for tomorrow. Last week, we saw a strong uptrend in the markets, and right now, on especially on Friday in the second half, we saw the a very good up move, which was primarily fueled by Reliance. If I have a look at the markets for tomorrow, the first level that I have on my mind is this one, the 17,290 to 17,310 level. This is an old sellers area, a place where large institutional sellers had sold aggressively, were short selling aggressively into the markets before. So this is a reference which I will be keenly looking at. So how exactly I'll be playing this level is that, let's assume if we have a flat opening tomorrow and start to move up, then above Friday's high, I'll be looking to trade longs to 17,290 to 310 as my initial targets. At the same time, if we open with a gap up and I see rejection at this reference, the same level 17,290 310, then this is an area where I'll keenly monitor order flow for fresh signs of selling, and if that happens, I'll look to short this area. Please note that even at this point of time, after a good up move, buyers are in total control. I do not see higher time frame sellers with large size selling happening at higher levels. Still at this moment, it is those buyers at 15,950, the initial buyers who started going aggressive at 1590, these guys are still in total control of the markets at this point of time. So any pullback that you see on an intraday basis at this moment will be profit booking. If at all fresh shorts come into the market, and if these shorts are more than these large longs at 15,950, if the volumes are larger than 15,950, the short positions, then there is a chance we can see a mild correction. But until that happens, we should not assume and that it will happen and take overnight short positions, which is not the right way to trade. So for now, the bias is still towards long on a shorter time frame, whereas on an intraday basis or on a 2-day basis, there is a chance we can see some sort of pullback. And the areas where I'll be looking to sell these pullbacks or look for rejections is initially 17,290 to 17,310. Then the next important reference that I see is 17,120 to 17,140, 145 levels. This is where the largest longs of Friday are present. If market goes below these long positions, they will be forced to unwind, which we can use to take a short position till initial reference of 17,030 to 17,060 levels. 17,030 to 17,060, this area we can use this as a reference objective for shorts. Whereas if we see this level being defended, then we can also go long after looking at order flow. So right now, as I keep repeating, at this moment there is no incidence of strong selling in the market. So any pullback what you see will be purely profit booking. We need for buyers to still push up and sellers to absorb it and fresh shorts to open before we can see any sort of a correction or a down move in this market. The existing moves will not just flip immediately. What happens first is, right now, as buyers are in control, we need to see something called as buying absorption. And once all the buying is absorbed, fresh aggressive selling needs to come into the market before we can short it. So any shorts that you play purely should be from an intraday perspective. If something changes in live markets tomorrow, I'll make sure to update it in my Telegram channel. The link is given in the description below. Now, below 1760, 1730, the next reference that I'm monitoring is 16,930 to 16,955. Even this is an area from where, after closing, basically this is a reference on a higher time frame for buyers. The fact that we gapped up right from there shows that these buyers are still in play. Make sure to follow all these four reference areas that I mentioned, plot them on your charts, and just wait for price reaction on a 5-minute time frame so that you can trade accordingly. This is for those traders who do not have an idea on how to use order flow data. If at all you know how to use or interpret order flow data, then you can have a look at order flow at these reference levels and take trades accordingly. Moving on to Bank Nifty. If I see Bank Nifty, this was something which I shared with a few people at the end of Thursday's session, that we can expect Bank Nifty to halt its up move or be weaker than Nifty. And on a comparative note, Nifty is the stronger index compared to Bank Nifty, and we got to see the same price action on Friday as well, with Bank Nifty immediately coming down and Nifty showing signs of strength. Even in the second half, Nifty was the instrument that broke its day intraday high, but Bank Nifty did not. Right now, 37,740 to 37,800, 37,798, which is Friday's high, is an important zone, as we saw some heavy selling happening at this area. Quite a few shorts are opened in this zone for now. So this is a reference I'll be closely monitoring. And my bias with respect to the comparative analysis has not changed. I'd rather prefer to be long on Nifty than be long on Bank Nifty at this point if I get an opportunity to go long. And I'd rather prefer to be short in Bank Nifty but not in Nifty if I get an opportunity to be short. To the downside, this particular reference of 37 260 to 37 400 is where the largest buyers of the last two sessions are present in case of Bank Nifty. If these buyers start giving up, then 37 100 is one final defense line that I see. Below that, we can see a good enough down move. Again, as these references are a little far, I'll be sharing them as and when they approach, but it doesn't make sense for us to look at these references right now. Keep a close watch on these references that I shared in case of Bank Nifty, because if at all we start to see some profit booking in the broader market, as I mentioned a couple of minutes back in case of Nifty, then Bank Nifty can go down really fast compared to Nifty. So if at all you are looking to enter shorts in such a situation, your index of preference should be BN but not Nifty at this point of time. Does it mean you cannot trade shorts in Nifty? Sure, you can, but if at all you want to take the path of least resistance and trade an instrument where the move that you are expecting can come in much faster and it can be in a much smoother way, then for shorts, Bank Nifty is the instrument. Whereas, if at all we continue the up move as per the references I showed, buying continues, then Nifty is the instrument to go long. I hope this video was useful to you. If yes, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and do join my Telegram channel where I share updates in live markets. See you all tomorrow, bright and sharp.